What is up, guys? Welcome back to another follow-up video, and today I'm bringing you episode 11 of our top 5 mod series. And today's going to be a little bit of a different one. It's like just random mods that don't really make too much sense. They're just kind of fun to have in the game and don't really serve that much of a purpose. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, but let's get right into it.
With my two fists divine, but I'm going nowhere. Oh, yeah, I'm the type of guy that likes to roam around.
Alright guys, so the first mod that we have is the Atmospheric World mod by Govno Rider. And basically what this does is it just makes the world into a atmospheric after a nuclear world. So right after a nuclear bomb has gone off, it's going to be really foggy and stuff like that while debris is falling back towards the ground. And this mod is aimed at changing weather conditions too, so you're going to be raining a little bit more, and it's going to be, like I said, a lot foggier than normal. And basically it makes it look a lot more dimmer because it adjusts like the light rays and God rays and a whole bunch of weather again and stuff like that. So not really a huge game changing mod, just something that makes it a lot more immersive and stuff like that if you're just trying to change something small into the game. And the other thing about this mod is it says that you should put this at the bottom of your load order whenever you are equipping all the mods. So I don't know if that has to do with anything, but just do that because that's what the mod creator says in the description, and it's compatible with pretty much any other mod I've used, and it requires no DLC. Alright guys, so our next mod is the Dismember Overhaul mod plus headshot kills by Master Nips. And basically what this mod does is it just makes it possible to dismember humans, super mutants, and deathclaws, etc. without actually killing them, so you can just shoot off their body parts and they can still be walking around. Now, as the mod description says, it says, the way I did this was to edit the body part data for humans and creatures in the creation kit, so if you shoot a guy in the right arm, and his arm will blow off and he will lose his gun and run around. If you chop off his leg, he will fall on the ground and shoot at you if he has a gun. And then there's same with super mutants. All limbs except the head, of course, can dismember without individuals dying. Grenades can potentially blow off both of someone's arms, and they can run around useless. This mod also makes everything die from a headshot. And he's adding a version of this mod that does not include headshots instant kill. It will be called Dismemberment Overhaul Original. And overall, this mod is just very fun to use, and it's just something small that you can add into your game to improve it a little bit. It doesn't really take away too much from the game, but it's also very, very fun. So also, something that I would also like to add is that knives also work very well with this. So if you aim at their arm, you're going to slice off their entire arm. Or if you aim at their head, you're going to slice off their head. It's really, really, really fun to use. So as you can see here, if you just point at it, it like shoots it off and you get the little achievement. If you hit someone's head off, it's like the baseball bat thing, which is really funny. So you're going to be getting a lot of those, and pretty much this mod's very, very good. You don't have any incompatibilities and doesn't require any DLC, so this mod is not going to be infecting anything else in your mod list. So now that this one is out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next mod we have is the Dunder Mifflin Incorporated mod by Phi Zai. And like it says here, basically, it's Dunder Mifflin's little office you have from The Office. If you guys have enjoyed that TV show, I really enjoy it, which is why I think I put this in this mod list. I think it's really, really fun to use, and it is located just outside the DB Technical building. So if you just fast travel to that location and then walk around to the back, there's going to be a door underneath a stairwell, and then right there is where the thing is going to be located. And as you go into here, there's going to be a bunch of feral ghouls in here, so you're going to want to take them out. If you have guys with you, they'll take them out faster too. And there's also, to your left, that door, there's going to be a glowing one in there, so it's going to be very powerful, and you're going to get a legendary weapon from it. So in this mod description, it says, this mod adds a part of the Dunder Mifflin building from the popular show The Office. It adds the work area, the cafeteria, the conference room, and Michael's office. I may make more improvements on this mod and add more parts of the building if this mod gets enough attention. I have made the office more alike to the Fallout aesthetics, and of course, new items, materials are included because of that. So this is completely vanilla and requires no other mods. So the really only downside to this mod is that you need to have expert lockpicking to get into Michael's office, and even have like the little trophies that you can get that is on Michael's office normally in the TV show. And also in the back here, there was going to be a door that is chained to the other side, and I could not figure out where it was, but as you're seeing here, this is the conference room. All the chairs are broken out and stuff, so it does look like it's been a post-apocalyptic world with a nuclear explosion. And coming up, you will see this like little door I tried to go into, and when I did it, it said it was chained, so I couldn't get across it. And I searched on how to get into there for so long. I looked in here inside of the restrooms in the back. I looked for keys. I looked for like any way to get in there, and I really couldn't find any way. So if you guys do find it, I found a principal's office key. I'm not sure what that does, but if you guys do use this mod and find a way to get in there, go ahead and tell me. I pretty much searched as much as I could. I'm not really sure, but I even tried doing like the little glitch where if there's like a seat inside it, you can just go through the wall and kind of teleport through, but Every way I tried, I could not get into there. And if this mod does really well and this guy actually wants to make more of it, I thought it'd be really cool if he added like the little supply depot where all the warehouse workers work and stuff like that, or even more parts of the office, which would be really, really neat. In the mod description, it also states that the mod is compatible with pretty much everything really, as long as it isn't a large overhaul like Frost. So if you're not using too many stuff that's like really affecting your game too much, you're going to be fine with it. Just make sure you put it at the top of your order if you're doing something big like that, and it should work anyway. And you are not going to need any DLCs for this that I am aware of, and overall it's a very, very good mod if you just want something fun. It could also make for a very, very fun like little safe house inside of the game. Just something fun that adds into it that doesn't really affect the game too much. Alright guys, our next mod is the Ultimate Zombie Apocalypse for the PS4 by @SkySSSI4Year. That's a pretty crazy name, but basically what this mod does is, in the description it says, this mod adds a gun which shoots ghouls, raiders, or super mutants. There's different versions, so you can find them all at this little place I'm showing on the map right now. Pause the screen. I didn't really show it for long, that's my bad. Pause it and look at it. I can't remember what the little village is called, but you're going to find the gun inside of that little doghouse, and then inside you're going to find different ammo for it. But this is what the stock gun shoots. It basically shoots huge, like, nuclear warheads, stuff like that. It just explodes, and it's really huge. It almost looks like the Prime, like whenever he shoots it. So it's a very, very OP gun. It's really nice for clearing up all the ghouls after you shoot them and getting rid of them really quickly. So you can find all the ammo for the different guns by this bed in an ammo case. There's going to be a whole bunch of different types of ammo. There's also going to be a infinite death claws grenade, which I will show you guys later, which is just insane. And all these different versions, there's ones that don't drop corpses, there's ones that are fully automatic, ones that are semi-automatic, and ones that are like burst. It's very, very cool. Also in the description it says this mod is purely for having fun. For example, to test out your new and shiny settlement will stand against a horde of ghouls and raiders and assault, which I think would be very, very fun to do. You could do like a raiders versus super mutants type thing and just see how that goes. And also it says to beware that the no scripts policy for PS4, which means there's no checks and seed capes for this mod. So if you do shoot a whole bunch of ghouls and a whole bunch of super mutants, you might be able to crash your game very easily, because all that can add up very, very quickly. So be very careful when you're using this mod to not crash your game. So if you see your frames dropping a lot, you might want to clear them up a little bit by killing them. So this gameplay right here is me the first time I ever tried it out. So I just shoot it once just to see what it does, and it basically just spawns them in through like electricity like the Institute would. So I just start spinning all them down, and as you can see, like my squad guys are starting to go crazy and starting to shoot them and stuff. And the next thing I wanted to try is the Living Tribal, to just shoot them all down and make sure they all die before they get all over the place. But once I shoot a whole bunch, I'm pretty sure coming up here I try out the unlimited death claws thing. And basically what that grenade does is whenever you throw it, it spawns a death claw, and then once you kill that death claw, it's going to spawn 2, and then once you kill those 2, it spawns 4, and then as you can see, it can just get very, very carried away. As you'll see later in the gameplay, it's literally impossible to kill them all. You just have to run out of the area. And I guess they will all despawn, which is just crazy. Like, you'll see there will be like 500 death claw in this area. So as you can see here, I equipped it, I throw it down, and it's going to spawn 1 death claw, and the guys in the settlement do not stand a chance. So I go ahead and try to kill it here. All my guys kill it, and then boom, 2 of them spawn. It just gets pretty crazy. And like I said before, guys, if you gotta be really careful with this mod, or else you will crash your game. So make sure before you do anything, you save. And the next thing that I thought would be really, really fun to do is just spawn a whole bunch of ghouls inside of Diamond Siege to see how the people would react to it. And it is just insane how many spawns. So it started lagging my game. I was afraid I was gonna crash and I'd lose my gameplay. So I tried to walk away a little bit. If you look away from it, it should drop your frames a little bit so you don't freak out too much. But there's just an insane amount of ghouls. Pretty much everyone in here are dead already, and I go ahead and start shooting them all just to see what goes on. It's insane, and like all my guys turn on me. It went really bad. But that is pretty much all for this mod. I don't think there's any incompatibilities with it. Maybe other mods that I'm not really sure, honestly. And there's no DLC required, so that is always good. And I just realized I forgot to show you guys gameplay of the super mutants, which is it is very crazy. Like, these guys are super strong, and it spawns like warlords and all the different variants. So there's going to be suiciders in there, and it gets really, really hectic. So this part is where you're going to have to be worried about your frames. My PS4 did crash after this, but luckily I saved it, because like it's literally impossible to kill all of them if you don't have like the tribal thing that it kills all of them around them. So let's go ahead and get into the final mod. The final mod we have is the Behemoth gun by the Sputnik 1986, and the description of this mod says that the Behemoth gun takes down even the biggest creatures on the Commonwealth. Use 50 caliber ammo. And this location can be found in the Sanctuary root cellar, so just go to the back of the blue house and you will see a little root cellar. Go down inside of it, it's going to be laying on the little bed up against it, and it is inspired by the .700 Nitro Express. I don't know what that is, but it's in the description. So the first place that I took it was a firing range inside the little mod room that we use in the building a character video, and this gun is insanely powerful. Whenever you shoot guys, it blows their limbs off, blows their heads off. It's crazy. So it shoots 2 at a time. It's like a double barrel shotgun, but it is 50 caliber ammo, and it's really unique, and it doesn't really change too much. As you can see here, I just go ahead and look at the specs, and you can mod it, but the fire rate is 36, damage is 1200, which is just crazy, 84 accuracy, or 54 accuracy, I mean, 47 range, and weight is only 9, so it's not going to take too much to carry it, and it's a very, very durable weapon. There really isn't too much of this mod. That's pretty much all it really is, and it's compatible with pretty much everything and doesn't require any DLC. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was nada though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door while gripping the 44. I was just a youngin', but this type of shit I seen before. Y'all see a white boy, but my daddy a Negro. Half-breed motherfucker grip the mic and he